Welcome back, everybody, to the Dusty Bender Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Chance Watson. With you, as always, Taylor Wells. Episode 116 coming at you, folks, today, recording on a beautiful, not so hot, not as much as it has been anyway, Wednesday afternoon, July 26th. Taylor, how we doing?
Don't you worry, Chance. It's going to get hot again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I unfortunately made the horrible mistake of looking at the forecast, and I have ruined all hope that I had.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect timing. I literally was just packing my bag, so I'm actually, for anybody that doesn't know, and we'll talk about it in a bit, I'm going to visit this fucking stink pot.
Yeah, you are.
And I just packed a shitload of sunscreen. I mean, I'm already burnt, but like, I can't add to this shit, you know what I mean?
You're already burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're in a permanent state of being burnt.
Yes, I just tell people that I get really embarrassed.
That's it, all the time?
All the time. Yeah, I'm just really embarrassed. Sorry, I was ordering my coffee. I'm embarrassed. So.
The barista got your name wrong.
Yeah. Or, well, with coffee, it's just I'm talking to, another cute girl and I'm not allowed to. So.
That's it. That definitely makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cute girls having to have a conversation with them in any sort of setting like that, always awkward.
Yeah, I'm like, you're cute. And they're like, dude, what do you want on your cheeseburger?
Take your fucking coffee. Get out of my face.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Taylor, you're coming up here because you and I are going to a very special event.
Sure are.
So, folks, I'm going to take a second here and tell you about this event. This is called the Showcase. For those who are not familiar, this is the 9th annual event here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, held up here in beautiful North Idaho at the Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Course. And folks, this is an absolutely fantastic event that's going to have so many fucking hockey stars here. There's going to be a lot of other athletes that from other sports. They're cool too. But we have an absolute fucking superstar cast of people that are showing up. Names that, folks, we have said on this show many times. I don't know if you've heard about this name, Taylor. Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, yeah.
You heard of this?
If I saw him, I might, yeah.
Okay, all right. Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky will be there. Perhaps two-time Stanley Cup champion Tyler Johnson. There we go. Celebrity Field.
There you go.
Pulling them up. There they all are. We'll be there talking. We're gonna do our best to try to talk to as many of these important, awesome hockey celebrities that we can. John Cooper, Tyler Johnson, Grant Fuhr, Bobby Ryan. I'm excited to see Bobby Ryan. That's gonna be fucking sweet.
That's probably my favorite one besides
I agree.
Besides Gretzky and TJ. So
yeah, that's gonna be a good time. So we are absolutely excited to be attending this event. Shout out to Mike Crawford for hooking us up on this and allowing the Dusty Bender podcast to be a part of this wonderful event, benefiting the Community Cancer Fund. An absolutely fantastic event that's going all the money, money's going to a good cause. So we are absolutely excited to be there. And you know what? Just because you're not with the Dusty Bender podcast or another thing in the media or a celebrity doesn't mean you can't go. If you are interested in watching us get horrifically, belligerently, just kidding. We're not going to do that. Not going to do that. Mike's going to listen to this. He's like, maybe I'm going to pull those press passes before.
This was a mistake.
Yeah, not getting belligerently drunk on the golf course. That's not happening. But you can come see us, or you can go, see the actual celebrities that are actually there golfing. Just show up. $20. $20 will get you onto the course, and you can watch celebrities go out there. And I was about to say pretend to golf, but I think a lot of them are probably pretty good at golf.
I think like Larry Fitzgerald. It's not a hockey guy, but if you know football at all, Larry Fitzgerald's a pretty decent golfer. I mean, Gretzky can't be bad. It's all he does is golf, right?
That's fair.
And his daughter is married to a freaking pro, like used to be one of the best in the world. So he can't be terrible.
No, he's got to be decent. So definitely an exciting thing. It's, once again, $20 to get you into the event. There's parking. More details at showcasegolf.com. Guys, check it out. Come out and see us. It's only a one-day event. Only happens once a year. So come on out, support a great cause, and see some celebrities. Oh, and there's also, if you are really loaded, bid on some of the cool auction items they got.
Even if you're not, if you're just feeling like, the money from your paycheck's just burning a hole in your pocket, come out and buy. Yeah, come out and buy some of the stuff there.
They have a legit signed, like, plaque or something by one of the guys that killed Osama bin Laden.
There is a tactical mask.
Yeah, no, it's right. Oh yeah, you got the list up right here. It's a little further down, I think. It's like right there, starting bid. Right, Robert O'Neill, Bin Laden.
Is that really?
Story.
No.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that that's a guy who literally shot Bin Laden.
Oh God! I hope that's the knife that he shot him with too.
Oh, and he signed the knife too. Okay, hell yeah.
But actually, the tactical helmet would be fucking cool.
That would be pretty cool. It reminds me of like a Mandalorian thing.
I'm a weirdo. I would literally just put that on and like wake up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm just scared the living shit out of my wife.
Oh, it's that Instagram thing I sent you with like dude thoughts, and the guy's just like standing there. He's like, "Need a gas mask," and he like looks out the window. He's like, "That stick looks like a gun. I want it."
I want it. and then he draws the fucking bow back. He's like,
need a bow.
I want a bow.
Could get real good at it. Just sit in the backyard. It's fucking great.
It's pretty good. Oh, it does. Oh yeah, no shit. Okay, yeah. So here you go.
Yep.
Here's the Bin Laden.
Yep,
this is so North Idaho, dude. Like,
oh, classic.
Who else is gonna have this at their fucking silent auction?
I would look if I had $495 to spend.
Sure.
To get the signature of the guy who shot Bin Laden. Come on, that's pretty up there. And now, look, nowadays in our politically diverse climate, there's not too many things that we can all agree on. And I think one of the very few things we can agree on is that Bin Laden wasn't a great dude.
Yeah.
That's like a universal thing. Like, I don't care if you're right or left or Republican or Democrat. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Bin Laden wasn't a great guy. So I think we can all get behind that.
The only people that might not agree with that was like, wasn't he in a compound with like his family and shit? It's like maybe his family doesn't believe that, but everyone else is like, yeah.
He had like 9 wives. Like, I don't know.
They were all in there.
Yeah, I think so.
What was the one with? I think wasn't Chris Pratt in it? Like Zero Dark 30 or some shit. Isn't that what it is?
Something like that. Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know. But yeah, as far as hockey stuff goes, Wayne Gretzky signed mask, Jeremy Roenick signed mask. Like, that's some cool stuff there.
I think this shit's cool too, but I just fucking golf, dude. So a little Jack Nicklaus Masters flag.
You're a fucking golf.
I surprisingly not a Rory McIlroy fan, but I'd get this Jordan Spieth one for sure. So
nice.
Oh yeah, there's some options on this site, so definitely go check it out. Guys like Larry Fitzgerald threw some jerseys in, and Dustin Pedroia. I don't know if anybody watches baseball, but he's gonna be there. But that's why his jersey's here as well. So yeah, cool little setup.
Absolutely. So come on out, support a good cause. Come say hi to us. We'll definitely be there. Drinking some beers and catching some rays and saying hi to some celebrities.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, getting some good content for you guys for your summer editions of the Dusty Bender podcast.
That's right. I'm hoping someone just like gives me a celeb shot, and I get to come hit a golf ball.
Nice.
That's my goal.
All right.
Like just see Bobby before the round, and he's like, "Bro, you come up to tee number 2 and you can smack one."
That sounds about right. Bobby likes to hang out around here because a lot of them go to Gazer.
I bet Bobby's a fucking, well, not anymore, but I bet he was a time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now he drinks like water in the fucking corner or something.
Yeah. I was gonna say he could probably throw back a shot with us or something if he was still doing that.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well,
unlike Galchenyuk. Sorry.
Yes.
I had to throw that in there.
Did we hit on that in the last episode?
I don't know.
Or did that happen after?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Fuck. Well, folks, if you're still listening to us and you haven't completely tuned out, this is one of our summer episodes where we kind of just jump around a little bit because in reality, there's not a lot of hockey news. So we'll hit on stuff and give you guys kind of some analysis. But yeah, this is one of our more free flowing, have fun with it episodes.
Sure.
Yeah. So, also, in addition to the showcase, this episode is sponsored by the Hub Tavern out in Spokane, Washington on Monroe. The Hub Tavern is your home away from home, the premier and best and only hockey bar in Spokane, Washington. I will definitely try to guilt trip Taylor into going out there because he has yet to step foot in the business.
Ooh,
So, called out on the show.
I'll be there.
I'll be.
Dude, eight or like 7-8 hours of golf and beer and hockey, talking to hockey people. Like that's the first place I want to go.
Absolutely. So we shout out to the Hub Tavern. Absolutely love it out there. Always, even when hockey's not on, that place is an absolute fucking great place. Dave and Mona, the owners, are just unbelievable people. They're just awesome. So if you're in Spokane, check out the Anchor Alliance member, the Hub Tavern out in Spokane, Washington. Also, episode sponsored by, of course, the Hockey Podcast Network. The Hockey Podcast Network sponsors the Dusty Bender podcast and hosts dozens of other hockey podcasts. So jump on over to the Hockey Podcast Network and check out all of the hockey podcasts that they have to offer. Whether you're just a general fan of hockey or have a specific team in mind, they probably have a podcast for you. Not that you need another one because you have us. So
that's right.
That's right. All right. And last but not least, Fire Chief John Miller.
Ooh, baby.
Fire Chief John Miller has been sponsoring this show since its earliest days. Long-time listener, long-time supporter. Absolutely love the guy. Probably really busy right now with all the heat and the wildfires.
One-time host, John Miller.
Only guest host, really.
No, I think Dev was your other one.
I think he was a third wheel kind of though.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually served as a full episode.
That's fair. And Johnny Boy did better anyway. Sorry, Dev.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
Yeah. He knows it. Both of them know it, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Devin's like, I'm not going to argue that even the least bit. Fucking good shit.
And John's like, fuck yeah, I was.
Yep. Damn right. All right. Taylor, anything else housekeeping-wise before we move on?
Not for me.
Perfect.
I mean, I'm not jobless anymore. I think that's probably the only big news that I have.
That's right. You're not a bum anymore.
I actually had to fucking work this week.
Ugh, God.
Sucks.
You're not used to it, huh?
It sucks. And I felt like I couldn't drink as many beers on the fucking golf course because the government wasn't paying for it.
Boy, ain't that the truth? It's
trash.
The best tasting beers are the ones that the government pays for.
That's right. I mean, fuck my mortgage and shit. Like, I was drinking beers. So.
That's right. All right. Without further ado, let's get into some hockey news, which, as I mentioned previously, not too much of. But you know what? You're talking to you're listening to a couple professionals here, folks.
That's
we
right.
can take one topic and you want to talk about Vince Dunn re-signing for 4 years? Fuck, we're going to talk about it for the next hour.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, it should happen. All right, next. Okay.
All right. So let's start out first. Probably, well, I don't know. What do you want to say? Was the Blackhawks owner dying probably the biggest bit of news?
Yeah, I think depending on the timeline, the Galchenyuk shit got a lot of fucking news.
That's true. It did. Yeah.
But I will say it is a shame. Like I know the owners were like the only people technically left from the fucking. So like, are we sure this wasn't an inside fucking job? You know what I mean? Like Gary Bettman
just to clean house even more.
Clean house. He got rid of Quenneville and everybody else. So. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't want to make fun of it, but, it is, it sucks when somebody dies, but...
I did see a pretty funny tweet about this, because, obviously, with the Kyle Beach stuff, Wirtz is going to be, a controversial figure, and the perfect quintessential tweet on this was something along the lines of, like, look, I'm seeing a lot of vitriol and a lot of hate on Wirtz right now, but we need to handle this the exact same way that he would. Just ignore it and pretend there's not a problem and just move along.
Yeah, which I didn't even know that this guy died, so I'm going to spend about 2 minutes on it, and then I will move on.
Sure.
I'll hear the news and then just basically say, not in my organization, not on my podcast. Chance, are we going to talk about this for more than fucking 10
There you go.
So.
There you go. Look, in all seriousness, the guy, like, yes, the Kyle Beach stuff is definitely a tarnish on the guy's legacy as the Blackhawks owner. That being said, I mean, on ice performance, he turned around a really dying, I wouldn't say dying franchise. It's an original 16, but I mean, you remember the Nikolai Hovibulin and Tony Amonte days? Like
Oh yeah.
they were trash. Like the Chicago Blackhawks were not respected. They were outside of the playoff race for multiple years. I remember growing up, I just never took them seriously. They weren't even bubble teams.
No.
So there is something to be said about getting a solid owner that believes in your club. And I think even teams that are right now that really struggle, like the Coyotes, I think would really do well with an owner that just like believe. They just need somebody that believes in them. And I think that's what the Blackhawks got, and obviously he picked up 3 cups to show it. So they're at least for on ice legacy, on ice product. Uh, he definitely was successful in that regard.
Yeah, and I mean, and all this shit with Kyle Beach, like maybe Brad Aldrich was also, you know,
Yeah,
giving it to her. It's like you don't know, you know what I mean?
sure. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Maybe he was a victim for all we know.
Who knows? In any case, I think it's what it is that that Kyle Beach stuff. I think too many paint with a broad brush. I think that guys like Tays and Kane, they get do they deserve some pushback on it? Totally.
Yeah.
But should they get the same amount of shit that like the guy who actually did the shit to Kyle Beach did? No, of course not. So I think that we kind of mix that up sometimes. Like the level of hate that Tays and Kane get sometimes is like the level of hate that should be reserved for the guy that actually did the stuff to Kyle Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's I'm not excusing their behavior. I'm just saying like I think there's
Yeah,
probably
but it's because he's irrelevant, right?
yeah.
Like what is it? Brad Aldrich or whatever his name is, Brad Aldrich. Brad Aldrich. Like he's fucking irrelevant, right? We will
Now he
never
is.
know. Now he is. Well, now, yeah. Well, he moved down to didn't he move back to juniors or some shit and was doing the same thing? Isn't that kind of, that's
Yeah.
kind of like how it all came out, right?
Yeah, he got demoted basically or something like that.
Yeah, they were just like, yeah, brush it under the rug and just send him down to fucking juniors.
Sure.
Which that's shitty, but
Yeah.
but that's the thing is we talk about Kane and Taves and Quenville and fucking those and, who was it, Sullivan or Bowman? I mean, yeah, whoever the GM was at the time.
Yeah, Bowman. Yeah.
Bowman. We talk about those guys just because they actually fucking matter. Like this was he was Aldrich was a fucking nobody, and that's
Right.
and that's a shame. Like you're saying, right? The wrong or the attitude and the hatred is going towards guys that don't deserve it nearly as much. But that's what happens when you're a superstar.
Yep, absolutely. Well, and when you make millions of dollars to play a game, most of the time you can't get away with saying like, "Oh, stop being mean to me." It's like, no,
Well,
fuck you. Like,
yeah, yeah, or you hire a good PR person, I guess.
right.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me, like right now the writer's strike is going on. It reminds me, the last time we talked about a lockout in the NHL. Like, do I lean a little more towards the players on that? Sure, but at the end of the day, it's millionaires arguing with billionaires. Like,
What is this? Sorry, I missed what you said. The writer's strike?
yeah, like all of Hollywood is shut down right now because the writers are on strike.
Oh, fuck. There's a podcast with the guys from Workaholics. They've been talking about it for a couple episodes. I'm too lazy to fucking go see what they're talking about. But
You've been working so hard now.
Well, fuck yeah, dude. 5 a.m. comes real fucking early. I'll tell you that much. If anyone's seen the world at 5 a.m., it looks a lot different.
It's so different.
Fucking sucks.
The world is the Matrix hasn't even loaded yet at 5 a.m.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, cool. I'm starting this new job. Like, I should just stop zenning as well. So I've been in a shit mood. I've been tired. Just fucking dumb. I'm a dumbass. That's fine. I've accepted it. I'm accepted my fate.
So now you're gonna drive out to North Idaho and get drunk on a golf course. So
shit, if I must.
Multiple golf courses.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on a golf course 3 days in a row.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a shit
I admit I could probably give golf another shot, but man, that's so much fucking time on a golf course.
You want me to bring my clubs for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want them?
Yep.
All right, I'll bring them.
Take them.
I gotta set an alarm for myself. I'm actually dumb. I have to have a calendar fucking invite and announcement
Oh,
in
man,
order for you to remember
you're adulting
dumb
pretty
shit.
hard right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even have kids. I don't know. My brain's just fried from a bunch of pot and beer.
Yeah.
Well,
I probably point to what, senior year at college.
yeah, yeah. That definitely was not the worst year of my life.
Yeah,
But I couldn't tell you because I don't remember a ton of it.
that's fair. Yeah.
No, you know.
I remember the last brain cell dying at Chance's graduation birthday bash.
Yeah, no, it was well. It was probably yeah. I probably got split in half. There's only one left, and it's yeah. The only reason I'm still going today is I got half of one left.
I remember leaving that party for a second to go pick up more beverages and came back, and all you did was welcomed me to my birthday party.
That you were already at.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Welcome to Chance's birthday bash. Thanks.
Please come in, drop your beer off.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, so RIP, Wirtz, and I think the Blackhawks are still going to be okay, but always not good when somebody dies. You don't wish death
Sure.
on anybody.
Yeah.
Moving on, let's jump to some Kraken news here. Vince Dunn, future captain? Resigns with the Seattle Kraken after a fairly, you would say, lengthy negotiation process.
I mean, that's pretty normal for those bigger contracts. For
Avoided arbitration, so that's good at least.
Right.
Which never a good thing. Like you hear horror stories from players who go to arbitration. They go there and they're like, I don't want to play a single second for this team anymore. Because it's basically a court hearing where your team goes there and says all the good things about you, and then the team that you're literally trying to play for goes out there and just talks about how fucking terrible you are.
That's fair. I just imagine teams like, you go into this arbitration and they stick you in a fucking dark room. The lights flickering and stuff, like there's like just unknown substances all over the ground.
The arbiter comes out.
The arbiter.
It sounds fucking like Dungeons and Dragons type shit.
Yeah, what was there was a super creepy video game I used to play. It was kind of like that. Oh, what the fuck was it called? I'll think of it. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm imagining. It's just, and then they're not in the same room, like they're just staring at like mirrors, so they only see themselves. But then over the PA system, it's the fucking guy from Saw,
Oh shit! Yeah, Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, there you go.
Fucking Jigsaw is in there.
Jigsaw comes in, does one little fucking lap around you in his tricycle, and then goes back out the door. Mm-hmm.
Vince, you had an amazing season. At your feet is a saw. If you want to play next season, you will sign the contract.
How am I supposed to sign it with the saw? I don't know.
With your blood.
That sounds right. Yeah, it sounds like arbitration.
Yeah, it's fucking Francis comes out. He just pulls the Jigsaw mask off as he walks out.
Oh Jesus! You think he knows how to ride a tricycle? I don't see Francis.
Absolutely, he knows how to ride a tricycle.
Yeah, you think he's like?
In fact, I bet he drives around one of those 3-wheeled cars.
What is this called? Like the slingshot
slingshot.
Spider?
That's
slingshot?
Yeah, slingshot.
Yeah, I guarantee you, he's got a fucking slingshot that he definitely rides that sucker around like Lake Washington or something,
Oh, he's just down in Queen Anne's, just fucking cruising.
Just parks it at the front of the beer hall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's exactly what he does.
Nobody in there actually knows what he looks like. Well,
you could probably get away with that. You could probably get away with that.
Probably could. For a little bit longer. I think, Seattle is kind of fucking sports crazy, so it's only a matter of time.
With the success the Kraken had last year, they're definitely starting to learn the faces of these guys.
Yeah, 100%.
But so, speaking of, Seattle fans are going to have 4 more years to recognize Dunn's face because he signed for 4 years for $29.4 million.
29.4 4. What is that yearly?
It's
7
like
something?
7 and change.
That's right around where I had him, dude.
Yeah,
I think,
7.35.
7.35. I I think we kind of talked about it in a previous podcast. Like it'd be good to get him around the 6.5. Realistically, his value based on last season was right where they fucking got him.
He's
And then there
probably
was
asking for
also
8.
he was probably at 8, right? So I think it's a good meet in the middle. You know, 4 years. 4 years is definitely a little bit of a prove it deal. It is. If you
I
thought he was really worth 7.35 or whatever you just said, that I can't fucking remember. Um,
7.35. Yeah,
yeah,
for 4 years.
you're
So
locking his ass up for 7-8 years, dude.
he's he's 26 right now. He'll be 30 by the time. So you could argue you're getting him through the prime of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And then, depending on how he is, statistically speaking, players usually trying to wind down when they hit their 30s. Not always, but just statistically speaking. So it's kind of shades of the Alex DeBrincat deal, because when I saw that they signed DeBrincat for 4 years with the Red Wings, I was like, well, that's not a lot. Like, you should have locked him up. And all the Red Wings fans are praising this as like, oh, we get DeBrincat right through his prime years, and we don't have to worry about him when he drops off, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I get that to a degree, I guess, but I don't know. Like, that's a guy that you can plan a team around. And
Yeah.
Dunn, I don't know. Is Dunn a true 1D? That's debatable.
Yeah,
I think it's
it's
debatable.
hard to decide right now.
Definitely a two. Definitely a 2D.
Sure.
Definitely a 2D. I think if you put him on like an actual, like if he goes to Vegas, Dunn's playing on the second line for sure.
Can I tell you? Can I throw a name at you and just you tell me if you are feeling it?
Hit me with it.
Dunn is essentially the guy that replaced him in St. Louis. He is a Torrey Krug for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You give him the opportunity to play with Adam Larson, who is strictly a fucking shutdown guy,
Yep.
on a top line on a team that has talent up front, but you're getting first power play minutes. He's gonna do well.
Yep.
If he's Torrey Krug and he gets buried on a second pairing and kind of doesn't really click with the number one power play and falls to number two, he's gonna have a 30-point season.
Yeah.
So that's to me they're almost identical. I don't know. That's just the way that I think about him. I wouldn't say not this isn't 1-to-1, right? I wouldn't say like the way he plays is exactly Torrey Krug. It's just it's kind of is. I mean, it's kind of a reminder for me.
Sure. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And I think that's a good comparison.
Mm-hmm.
I think that at the end of but then that opens up the same question: is Torrey Krug a number 1D?
With a nice shutdown D,
Yeah.
of Adam Larson, he can put up numbers like a number 1D. But I agree with you. I think is there 32 defensemen better in the league than Vince Dunn? I wouldn't quite get there. You know what I mean? But I could throw you 2025. You know what I'm saying?
Well, nowadays, like, when we talk offensemen, it's pretty clear, black and white, like the categories of what a good offenseman is and what they're good at when they're not. But defensemen, like, I think we've just lost touch of what a good defenseman is, because by definition, the best defenseman should be good at defense. So, like, we're talking about who's the best shutdown defenseman in the league.
Yeah.
But that person doesn't contribute on the offense or anything at all. Whereas, the most, like, it's just blasphemous to me, like, how far we've strayed on the Norris Trophy. Like, I'm not saying that Erik Karlsson is not talented, and we can even dive into that right now. I'm not saying that Erik Karlsson isn't talented. He absolutely is. But he was one of the biggest defensive liabilities last year. He's a better version of Tony DeAngelo. People pick up Tony DeAngelo because he can help out on the power play and he can quarterback a power play or a blue line in the offensive zone, but he's a massive defensive liability. He's basically a fourth offenseman. So
Sure.
when you're talking about this, like, is William Karlsson, is Erik Karlsson the best defenseman in the league? In my opinion, no. Like, he's not even close. because, in my opinion, the best defenseman is defensively sound first and then also contributes offensively.
Yeah. So I differ on you than this.
Mm-hmm.
I think Eric Carlson's totally fine with me winning the Norris. I think it's hilarious to break out the Norris. So a lot of people were saying there should be an offensive defenseman and a defensive
Yeah, I
defenseman
don't
trophy.
like that either.
Here's my thing, and this is kind of why I disagree with you a little bit.
Okay.
What are you gonna give fucking stats for? Right? What are you gonna say? The most clean breakouts? Good luck fucking counting that and telling little children that that's why this random fucking no name just won the Norris. Are you gonna give it for plus minus the thing that literally people around the league fucking hate? You fucking hate it.
I don't.
So what category are you gonna give them?
I'm saying that plus minus is not in a perfect science.
I agree.
Okay? It's not. If you're a +5 or a -5, it means nothing. Like
Sure.
it's a roll of the dice. You accidentally stepped on the ice at the wrong time. I get that, but extremes one way or the other, that's an indicator. Erik Karlsson was -26 this last season.
On a Sharks team, that's pretty fucking good. I'm sorry, but that's pretty fucking good on an absolutely garbage. He scored all their fucking points.
He hasn't had that bad of a plus minus since 2010 when he played for Ottawa.
Sure, but that's because
he was -30.
Yes, but that's the last time that he was on a shitty team, and he was the only defender. He was playing with fucking what is it, Jacob Magna for the whole year? Like, come on, that's an AHL player, dude.
Look, okay, and I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not saying that your point's wrong. What I'm saying is just like, to be a defenseman of the year, you have to be a defenseman first, and I think that Erik Karlsson just isn't. He's an offenseman on the blue line.
Sure.
And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But when you say, like, and maybe I'm biased because I hold all Norris Trophy candidates and winners to Nick Lindstrom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just, like, he is
and
the
that's
natural.
A high bar, dude.
I understand that, but shouldn't that? This is the best defenseman of the year. Like, you've got to hold him to that regard. So not only was Nick Lindstrom instrumental, but did he power those offensive lines? No. But he was an instrumental part of them while also being incredibly defensively sound.
So I agree with you in that regard. I do think, and I mean, you look at the Victor Hedman, the Roman Yossi, the Drew Doughty, the Brent Burns of the world, right? Duncan Keith, right? I'm just kind of going through. Let me just pull this up. Let's go through a couple Norris guys.
I just want to let me point something out while you look that up. Nick Lindstrom, in his entire career from 1991 to 2012, Nick Lindstrom had one season where he had a plus minus. One season. 2010-2011, he was -2.
Sure. What were the records? Are you able to see the records of those teams?
Well, I mean, it's the Detroit Red Wings, so I can tell you. I mean, you know, the early 90s Red Wings were okay, but they were still coming out of the Dead Wings era. You know, the 97, 98, 99 Red Wings were just fucking unbelievable. His top plus minus, Jesus Christ, I can't even. In 2002, so I think they won the Cup in 2002, Nick Lindstrom was +40.
Right.
Oh, and then he did it again in 06, and then he did it again in 07.
Yeah, I mean,
that's fucking unreal.
But that's the thing. He in any of those teams, he was not on a fucking bottom 5 team.
That's in
an era where okay. there was the most amount of points scored this year.
That's
right?
a fair point.
So I think you know, I don't disagree with you. I think if someone was a little closer in the points department as Karlsson this year, then we really should have had a nice conversation about, okay, you know, where does the defenseman start and where does the sixth or the fourth, you know, forward stop, right?
I know what you meant. Yeah.
You know, but I think just the amount of, you know, it's just all the variables, right? Shitty team, literally the only fucking defenseman on that team, had like 20 something points more than the next defender. Like it just the list goes on, and so I think you
So
start adding all those variables together. I'm okay with
let
Carlson this
me
year. I'm okay with it.
let me so let me pitch this to you. So looking at last year's defensive point totals, you've got Eric Carlson had 101 points, very impressive, minus 26. Like 101 points for an offenseman is an impressive year. Totally, 100%. So the fact that he did it as a defenseman is pretty good. Granted, at sacrificing defense, but
Sure.
still an impressive point total. Josh Morrissey had 76 points and was a +2.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn Hughes also had 76 points and was +15.
Mm-hmm.
I think my point is that in order to be qualified for the Norris, it's defense first and then you look at the offense. I'm not saying that the offense means nothing. I'm not saying that we give it to, okay, let me hit this button. This is a fun trivia question for you. Who had the highest plus minus of defensemen last year?
I bet you it was Hampus Lindholm.
You fucking looked, didn't you?
I looked a long time ago. I looked
okay.
like towards the end of the year,
Yep.
and he was killing it. So
plus
Yeah.
49.
yeah. But how
Plus
many
49.
points? So how many points did he have?
He had 53, which is not.
That was pretty good on a
That's
good
not
Boston
nothing,
team. Though, right?
honestly. That's. I was about to make a point of like saying like, oh, that's not, plus minuses and everything, but honestly, 53 points with a plus 49 is not bad. Honestly,
Pretty good. It's the most dominant NHL team in the last fucking
So okay,
century, though. But
I wasn't even planning on dying on this particular hill, but like I'd be sitting here making an argument that Hampus Lindholm should have earned the Norris.
So the one that I've seen that's kind of fun. It's literally just apples to oranges, right? But
Okay.
it's kind of fun to think about. If you were to put actual weight onto the plus minus, especially for defensemen, just adding it up, right? So 101 minus 26, right? He's at what, 85? No, 75.
Mm-hmm.
So Carlson's at 75 Norris Trophy points, right? If you want to think about it like that, right? So I agree. So guys like Lindholm with 50, what'd you say, 53 and
Yep.
49. So I mean, guys like that, that's technically, he's much higher.
Mm-hmm.
So I do see that to a degree. But then
I think it should be opposite. Like if you're an offenseman, I also think that plus minus should play a role in, weighing a trophy, but it's not the primary factor. Like if you're an offenseman, you should be looking like for Rocket Richard or the Hart. Like if you're an offenseman, you should be looking at goals and points first. And then you check your way down the list.
Yeah.
Whereas a defenseman, you work the other way. Like first off, you ensure that this person is a solid defenseman. Do they make sure that they limit goals on their team? Yes. Okay. Do they also contribute offensively? Then you go to there, not the other way around.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's just it brings me back to the point of how the fuck are you gonna convince people? Yeah, how are you gonna tell people that that's the way we're doing it? Yeah, this guy is super shitty. This guy had like fucking 20 points, but he had a plus 600, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a hard sell. So I don't disagree. I think it was a closer race than right. I think people were like, oh, Eric Carlson for sure because he's got 101 points. I think it's a closer race than that just because of what you're saying, right? Like, how was the actual defense for the fucking defensive trophy of the year?
Shit. I mean, look, by your logic, being on a bad team, like Josh Morrissey put up 76 points, 60 assists, 16 goals, and a +2. Like that's fairly impressive.
That is pretty good. I think if you look at Quinn Hughes too, right? Like I think if it were to just be completely cut and dry, right? Points and plus minus, right? So say that's just the way that we go about it.
Fuck, the fact that Rasmus Dahlin has +12 on a Buffalo team is impressive.
I mean, Buffalo was at least in the fucking hunt. San Jose wasn't good from the fucking start, right?
That's fair.
So I think there's a ton of variables that go into it. I think it's ignorant to say 101 points easily means the Norris Trophy. I completely agree with you there. I think that's fucking stupid.
Who just for shits and giggles, mildly off topic, who had of the defensemen, who were the top three lowest plus minus?
Lowest plus minus, they had to be Ducks, dude. They had to be fucking
Amazingly,
Ducks.
you don't get a Duck until number 5.
Was it Shattenkirk?
No.
No shit.
Somebody named Benoit.
Oh, Simon Benoit, yeah.
Benoit.
That was Shattenkirk's partner, so that kind of makes sense.
Gotcha. He was minus 29.
God damn, dude.
Going up from there, Mario Ferraro.
I think that's Sharks.
Was that Carlson's line mate?
I mean, it could have been at the end of the year. I know whatever Megna that the Kraken got.
Oh yeah.
That he was there. He was his partner until a couple weeks before the trade deadline.
That's right. And then number 3, Ben Sherrod at minus 31.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, we're really loving that free agent
that's
signing.
Nice.
Seth Jones at number 2 with minus 38.
Good God.
And then Andrew Pecky with the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets, huh?
At minus 41.
Good God.
13 points.
Minus 31. Minus what? 41?
Minus 41 with 13 points.
41 with 13 points. So in our system, he would have had negative 28 Norris Trophy points.
Jesus Christ. His average time on ice was 21:14.
That's the problem. You can't be giving him that much fucking ice time. And you're telling... I think they have him on the fucking... I think they have him on Daily Faceoff. Like, he's gonna start the fucking year.
Andrew, get out there. Coach, I just got scored on back to back to back.
Dude, Coach, I can't do it. I cannot get scored on again. It literally, like, my wife's gonna leave me.
Elvis isn't even trying anymore, Coach. He's hitting on a blonde in the stands.
Elvis literally came up to me on the last face-off and said, "You're on the ice. I'm letting everything in. I don't want to be out there. Please don't make me do it." Oh,
He's
no.
Like, there's a fucking 3-on-2. He's just crying.
He just lays down. Oh shit! All right, let's pull this up. We're gonna share this here.
Okay.
There he is.
God damn it!
There's your 2023-2024 Columbus Blue Jackets blue line, folks.
Let's see if that was just a fluke. Okay, so he played the year before, and he was minus 14. But he only okay.
But he had like 13 minutes or something.
This one doesn't say his time on ice, but penalty minute. Okay, so 21-22, 2 goals, 13 assists, 15 points, 60 penalty minutes.
Nice.
Minus 14.
The only way that would be better is if it was 69 penalty minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Goober.
I think as long as he's on the squad, there might be a problem with the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is David Jiricek's spot right here. Jiricek, there's no way he goes minus 41 in his fucking first NHL season. There's just no way, dude. Oh, that hurts.
Jesus Christ, that is so rough.
That hurts. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Pecky. No, so we kind of went down a rabbit hole with the Norris, but like speaking of Carlson, still a lot of rumors, and as you and I are partial to the Seattle Kraken, every time a new rumor pops up, the Kraken's name. They don't seem to be front runners, but they're still in the mix.
You know what? I'm with you. I don't think it's worth Carlson's contract. So I completely agree there. I like this from another angle. I like this from Francis fucking knows he needs better D on the back end if he's going to have any fucking shot. So I like it from that angle. I don't like Carlson as the name. I think that shows you like that's kind of where his mindset is. Like even if he's just checking in with San Jose, right?
He's going to stick him with Magna again.
God, he sends Magna back the other way.
Yes.
He's like, oh yeah, you fucked me with Magna, so here's fucking
fuck
Magna.
this guy. I'll take the other one, thanks.
Yeah, I meant the other one on the last one. My autocorrect on my fucking email.
My keyboard slipped. I was, oh fuck! I hit send, and he just owned it.
Yeah, it was like he typed out like KARLS and it auto corrected to Magna.
Manga.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like,
And
fuck.
Greer's like,
He's
fuck yeah, deal.
Greer's like, are you sure? Fucking Francis is too proud. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we like what we see in him. He's been carrying Eric Carlson's bag to the rink really well lately. So
Yeah, he was really ballooning. Like honestly, Carlson had a great plus minus until Magna left.
right.
Oh, good God, dude.
Yeah, no. So no, to be completely honest, I don't think Eric Carlson fits the chemistry of this team. I don't think he fits the makeup or the chemistry of the defensive core that they have. I just see him as more of a liability. I understand that he brings some firepower that, in theory, the Kraken could definitely use, but I just see him as so much of a defense. There's no one to balance him out. Unless you put him on a line with Larson, there's no one to balance out his defensive inadequacies.
Yeah, and then I think Dunn doesn't live up to his 7.3 contract if he's not.
I don't think Dunn and Carlson make a good line.
No, you definitely, you fucking no, dude.
Mm-mm.
You want to leave Grubauer out to dry and fend for himself even fucking more than they did last year?
Put them on the same
stick
line.
them on the same fucking line. Good
that's
God, no.
not a good idea.
And what are you gonna put Alexiak with fucking Carlson? Get out of here. Alexiak I'm gonna shoot him into the fucking sun. It's summer. It's fucking summer. No one's listening to the podcast anyways. Shoot him in the fucking sun, dude. He's terrible. Good God. He's a playoff performer, I guess.
It's hot Elysiac summer, gang.
Yeah, good. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
That's bumbling. I hope he's at the fucking showcase. I got some fucking questions to ask him after about 6 beers.
Hey, I bet you know Garrett Hathaway.
Yeah, you fucking... Well, Tyson Nash is already gonna be at the fucking showcase, so I'm gonna have enough fucking. But we're gonna literally be interviewing someone else, and Tyson Nash will be like over on the putting green, and he'll kind of like come over, like look over, and be like, "Oh, you guys want to interview with me?" And I'm be like, "No, no, we're good, thanks. We're going to lunch." That fucking turd.
Insulting our potential interviewees before we even do it.
No, I won't interview.
That's our style.
Yeah, that's what we do. I won't interview him, so that's on you, dude.
Perfect.
If you want Tyson Nash's interview, I'll just boo from the fucking putting green the whole time.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about Tyson Nash, so I'll be. Is he related to Rick?
Yes, and Steve.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea, dude. Probably not. Probably not. There's another lady in our department that has the last name Wells, and so I've been kind of fucking joking with her. Yeah, mommy. That's what I keep saying.
Guys that had offensemen that had better plus minuses than Eric Carlson. Most of them.
Most everybody. Yeah, I mean, if Simon Benoit was like 5th at 29, Carlson was probably like 10th lowest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
what was Megna? What was he? What was his plus minus?
Fuck knows, man.
He doesn't even make the list. Poor guy, dude. He's just trying to fucking feed his family.
Jason Megna. Or is it Jacob Megna?
There's 2. They're fucking brothers.
Okay. Well, which one? I
don't know. Both of them were fucking like. Wait, here you go. He's got Kraken on. It's Jacob.
Jacob Megna. Spelled with a Y.
Yeah, with a fucking Y.
Jesus Christ.
He looks like a fucking nice guy, though. I bet he's a nice dude.
I bet he is a nice guy. Oh, shit. He was +6 with San Jose. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
It's Carlson's problem, then.
No, that's what I'm saying. They got rid of Magna and Carlson.
That's what Ron Francis was thinking. He's like, there's no fucking way that it's got to be a fluke. This guy has a +6 with Eric Carlson, who's negative 1,000.
Dude, okay, this is big brain Francis right here.
Yeah, galaxy brain right now.
He wanted Carlson this summer, so he traded for Magna before the deadline last year. Carlson's plus minus was okay with Magna. Traded for Magna last year. Carlson's just plummets, right? His plus minus just plummets. His value drops. So then Francis can try to go after him for fucking peanuts.
That's
But
it.
but Carlson happened to win the fucking Norris, and so it kind of fucked Francis over. Look at
Long
that.
game.
There you go. It's a fucking long game. That's what I'm
I
saying.
like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Megna was a Ducks upstart.
Yeah, and then I think they even had like the Ducks even had his brother for a little bit too. Like
Huh.
they're just fucking dishing.
God,
Magnums
he
around.
jumped between the goals and the Ducks quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah. We don't speak about him.
We don't talk about that. It's fair. All right. No. So no, I don't. I mean, looking at Carolina's in there, and folks, I don't know if you've looked at Carolina. We made a tweet about it recently. I think it was a retweet from somebody. Like, I don't know if you've looked at Carolina's defensive core right now, but they don't need Erik Karlsson. In fact, I would argue them re-signing D'Angelo probably is them signaling that they don't need him. If that makes any sense. I would probably have to say that I don't know. You've got to find a defenseman. You got to find a team that needs defense. Well, no, doesn't need defense because obviously the guy's weak with defense. He's going to need an offensive where he can find somebody that's going to offset his lack of defense, where he can contribute on the power play. See, that's what it's going to be. You're thinking like Jaromir Jagr type of style where he's just going to be a power play specialist. I understand he contribute more than that. And on a better team, he's probably going to be a little more defensively sound. But at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that he is on another line. He's got a line mate with somebody that's going to be able to cover for his ass because he's going to take a lot of chances. And right now, Carolina doesn't need him. Looking at Carolina's daily faceoff right now, we retweeted it. Like, it might be one of the most stacked defensive cores in the fucking league.
So why would you bring this guy in who? It's not. I'm sure him and Brent Burns are fucking good buddies. Like I'm not saying that they're not good friends, but they did not thrive on the same team because they're offensive defensemen, right? Like why would you do that?
You look at these defensive pairings right now with the Carolina Hurricanes, and you tell me who the weakest link is. Because I'm staring at it right now, and the answer is Tony DeAngelo.
Oh.
But he's not. But that's not. And he's their eighth defenseman. Everybody else, fucking Dmitry Orlov was just in Boston playing first line minutes.
Yeah, I'd shift this around a little bit, but I mean from a NHL, what he brings to a Stanley Cup winning team, probably Tony DeAngelo, dude. Because Brady Shea can play a very similar game,
but
more defensively than Tony DeAngelo.
And that's what I'm like. That's a compliment. Like, I'm not saying I think Tony DeAngelo is. I think he takes a lot of heat for all the bullshit that he did back in the pandemic.
Sure.
I think, because of that, like, people look at him with, well, what's the opposite of rose-colored glasses? Shit-colored glasses, where they kind of underrate his value. No, he didn't do well in Philly because A, Philly's terrible, and B, Torts is a dickhead.
Yeah, nobody did well except for
nobody did well. Like, everybody's value is going to go down in Philly. So you talk about Tony DeAngelo going back where he did have success with Carolina before. He's just going back. I guess we could announce that Tony DeAngelo is going back to the Carolina Hurricanes.
There you go.
It's like a 1-year deal at one point. It's something low. But he's just feeling. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, don't tell me that you didn't go a little fucking crazy in 2020 with all this bullshit too, dude. Like,
totally.
Maybe he's definitely more normal than that version of himself. Anyways, like we're all a little fucking nuts, dude.
We haven't heard a peep out of him since.
Exactly.
Like no one.
We were losing our shit, man.
Right. Like, and it's the old saying of like don't meet your heroes or don't idolize with your heroes because like it's at the end of the day you don't know these people that well.
Right.
And we know hockey players just in the sense of because of how we grew up and being in that community. And look, I guarantee you, especially with like how how the world works with like how the media is a little more, especially hockey media. There's a separation because they didn't necessarily play, and they try to take like a world that doesn't necessarily fit with hockey and apply it to it. Um, I'm going to be honest with you. If you sit down with one of these guys and have a beer with them, chances are you might not like them. But that's okay. You're not supposed to agree with everybody. And when it comes to hockey players, you definitely shouldn't be taking political advice from them.
Completely agree. I think there are a lot of hockey players that you won't like having a beer with just because they're gonna be boring as fuck.
That too.
I think they'd be so boring. Like,
dude, I picked up a new shooter tutor yesterday.
Dude, I mean, I'm thinking. So,
like,
I'm
oh
thinking,
man, were you using that with the green biscuit? Oh.
Yeah. Did you tape from the fucking toe to the heel or heel to toe? Like, what'd you do?
No, man. I just put one single loose piece of tape in the center.
Oh.
Didn't even do the back.
Street hockey, baby. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Fucking
right, bud.
Fucking rights. I mean, I think back to the good fucking hockey teams that I was on as a kid. Mm-hmm. The kids that were the best players were fucking losers, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, they were real dicks. That's not saying everything. Like the locals around here, I never knew Tyler Johnson. He was slightly above me, so I have no idea what kind of guy he is. From what I hear, I am friends with like who are family with him. Sounds like a great dude. And the Yamamoto, Kyler, like he's from Spokane. I did play with him a little bit, but I never knew him. Like he wasn't a friend of mine, so I don't really know. But just knowing the dudes that like actually went further than, club hockey. Yeah. God, it's hard to find somebody that was redeemable.
I think those short kings. I think those short kings would be fucking fun to drink beer with. I bet TJ's a good dude, and Yammer.
I've heard nothing but good things.
I wish Yammer would Yammer might be a surprise guest at this golf tournament.
We've got to find if you're listening to this, Kyler, we would love to have you on the show. We will make it happen somehow.
Where would he be right now that he's actually listening to this?
We gotta send him a fax.
Yeah, you think he uses that system of
Kyler? What's your pager number?
8008.
I'm gonna send him boobs 8005 80085. He'll get back to us.
Yeah, I don't even know what we were talking about. This fucking summer episode, dude. Like the sun is clearly drained my fucking
brain. Absolutely. We were talking about Erik Karlsson going somewhere. Teams that are rumored to take him are the Kraken, which to me doesn't make any sense. Carolina, which now doesn't make any sense now that they got the poor man version of him, which is Tony DeAngelo. I think the only teams that are left that are in on it are like Pittsburgh and somebody else.
Does he say no? Like, I haven't followed this a ton. Like, if Chicago came to them tomorrow and was like, bro,
there's no way.
No,
he doesn't care about money. He's getting money right now. If he just cared about money, he would stay right where he's at. But he wants to compete because he's fallen into this ever shrinking category of mid to early 2000 stars that don't have a cup.
Yeah. But you're not going to get a cup at your fucking price range, dude. You're just not. Unless you're Connor McDavid and like yeah.
You think it's hard to be put in this situation. Like I personally like I don't know. It's hard to look at it. Like he's already drawn a pretty decent paycheck from the San Jose Sharks. If he had the option, he doesn't. But if he had the option, would you ditch salary just to go to a different team? Like I don't mean like distribute it to the Coyotes or something. I mean like give up salary.
Like take less than a Vince Dunn contract.
Do a Zadina.
I mean, I say yes, but it's because I'm not making fucking $10 million a year, dude. Right. I don't know what that money looks like. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like even $6 million a year sounds fucking amazing. I'd go do that shit. I'll
take league minimum tomorrow. League minimum would solve a lot of problems in my life, dude.
That's right. You could drink all the fucking lemon iced teas that you want to drink, dude.
Oh my god, yes. These are fucking delicious, by the way.
Yeah, those give me heartburn.
Shout out to Lindsay for picking these up. This was delicious.
That's one of my favorite names, dude. I ever told you that?
Lindsay?
Yeah, that's a cool fucking name.
It's a great name.
We know a dude named Lindsay, and he's a fucking beauty. I haven't talked to him in forever.
Dude, Lindsay, shout out, holy shit. Shout out to Lindsay Gorill.
Fucking baller, dude.
Absolute beauty.
Yeah. Same birthday as me. How about that?
No shit. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
I was born like fucking 2 hours before him or some shit.
Fucking, his brother hates me, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, his brother's wife sucks, so. I mean, did I say that out loud
No,
on a public forum?
No. He hates me just because I used to confuse them all the time.
Oh.
I used to
Well,
call
that's
him
on you.
Lindsay. He's like, I'm fucking Brandon.
Yeah, well, that's on you.
Well, he doesn't have to get angry about it. People call me Chase every day.
Oh, yeah, I get Tyler a lot.
Tyler, okay, that's
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah, fuck Carlson. I don't want him. Bring in Dmitry Orlov. Bring in fucking Tony DeAngelo.
As far as I'm concerned, of all the teams that are still apparently kicking tires on Carlson, send him to Pittsburgh. Totally happy with that.
Sure.
He can go to Pittsburgh and live out the twilight years of Crosby and Malkin.
On a side note, I do kind of like what Dubas is doing for that team. We said there was only a couple options, and he said, fuck it, let's go.
Yep.
This is all I can do. Let's just fucking do it. Let's see what happens.
It's the Jarmo Kekalainen balls to the walls, like, fuck it, we're just doing it.
100%. I talked with Crosby and Malkin, and this is as good as we can do. Yeah,
which I'm all about. Like, look, you and I went through the dead puck era, where we grew up in the early 2000s watching hockey, and everybody was fucking scared to even send a goddamn AHL prospect across the trade wire because oh my god, we spent so much time developing this kid and blah 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 blah. Nowadays, like Vegas. Fucking mark this on the calendar. Thank God for thank the hockey gods for Vegas winning the cup, because since this is a copycat league, everybody looks at Vegas and they're like, oh shit, they weren't patient. They actually just bought
their team.
They actually just went and got good players, and then they won the cup. Weird.
Well, I mean, it helps being the fucking, titty show and casino of the world, but
definitely you have a better chance attracting players. Many players have already said that Vegas is probably the best market to play in at the moment. I would like to think that Seattle is also going in on that.
Yeah.
I would love to. Oh God, I would love to talk to Kyler about that and ask, after a little while, ask how just playing in the Seattle market is.
I bet. I mean, dude, the fans are fucking nuts.
Yeah,
we've talked about this a couple times. Like, I've been to quite a few rinks. Like, I've been to Vegas. I've been to Phoenix. I've been to Toronto. I've been to fucking Anaheim, LA. Almost went to a San Jose game. Kind of pissed that I didn't. But anyways, the Kraken fans are actually fucking pretty good. Like, it's pretty good for...
The area has been hurting for pro hockey for as long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
So it's finally coming out. Speaking of, we're hitting the opening night game.
Yes.
That's going to be fucking... That game is going to be off the fucking hook. They're going to be playing Colorado at home.
Yeah. If I can't get that off, I'm waking up at 4 a.m. and I'm fucking driving to work, so...
Damn right.
Yeah, I'll fucking do it. I don't care.
We'll make it happen. Anyway, so, yeah, Erik Karlsson, he can go to Pittsburgh, and that'll be all she wrote. The other word on that, things that we wrote down, Patrice Bergeron.
Before we get to Bergeron, I do want to talk about Bergs. We got to talk about this little sports book that we know of.
Oh yes, we are familiar with this gambling thing.
Sure do. I mean, you got I'm sure they got women's soccer on there. That's going on right now. I'm sure they got just a bunch of random shit, some baseball and stuff. So, DraftKings Sportsbook.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the thing.
Tell me a little bit about it.
DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN as in the Hockey Podcast Network. You can bet just $5. That is one latte, folks, to score $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's code THPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Do a little bit of betting, huh? Unless you
Mm-hmm.
have a gambling problem,
Then you
and
probably shouldn't.
if you do, you shouldn't do that. But if it's not a problem, definitely download the app. If it is, call 1-800-GAMBLER in Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050, or visit gamblinghelpline.org. In New York, call 877-H8 HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, in West Virginia. If you're gambling in West Virginia, what up, dudes? But if you have a gambling problem in West Virginia, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. All games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly in partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in Connecticut. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. Max bet $50. 10 plus leg required for 100% boost. Eligibility, wagering, and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.com, DraftKings.com/baseball terms.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Made it through. While you were going through that, I was actually curious what the Stanley Cup odds are right now. The way too early Stanley Cup odds.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was being real fucking clever going into it. Like I had a team in my mind, and I was like, okay, I bet I could get some good odds on this. I go to DraftKings, and they fucking read my mind.
Oh God.
Carolina Hurricanes are the favorites to win the cup.
Really?
Carolina Hurricanes plus 800. No other book has the Canes. But so like go to FanDuel or whatever. Like that, they don't have the Canes. I was like in my head, I'm like, dude, I'm putting some money on the fucking Hurricanes.
Yeah, they could be sneaky.
If they can just be healthy, all they need to do is be healthy. That's it.
I'd love to see them. I think they need a little help up front. Still. I think Michael Bunting helps move the needle a little bit. Obviously, a healthy Svechnikov. Let's pull this up. Let's just go ahead and do a little bit of Hurricanes
it's
talk.
It's a good squad. I don't know, man. It's a really good squad.
This is a problem for me.
What do you got?
Jesper Kokoniemi is a fucking problem for me. He is not a second line center in my opinion. I know he's still fairly young, but how long can we fucking tell people that he's still fucking young?
How old is he?
He's probably 23. He's young, dude. He is.
That's
but I don't think he's that great of a player.
Okay.
I think he's a bit whiny.
Okay.
On top of things, but I do agree. I think Bunting actually adds a little bit of. It's funny to say this, but I think a little bit of kind of veteran scoring. You know what I mean?
All Red Wings fans are fucking punching air.
Just
right
laughing,
now.
yes. But
yeah.
I mean, with Seth Jarvis, Neckus, some of those guys, I think Jack Jury's pretty young. So I think that, and even Svechnikov's a little young. So I mean, brings a guy in that's a little older in the locker room.
These odds are blowing my mind right now. No, I agree. I think I really do like. Man, maybe I'm biased because I just look at this blue line and I fall in love.
Mm-hmm.
This blue line is a fucking work of art, and I can't even believe that this is an actual blue line. Like it might be the best blue line in the league.
I mean, do you even need to score goals with your forwards if you have that 6? Like,
your supplemental scoring is your blue line.
Sure.
Like
sure.
This is a really good fucking blue line. I just if Dmitry Orlov and Tony DeAngelo are your bottom pair, you're doing something right.
Sure. Yeah.
And I understand you'll move these pieces around, but still, you know what I mean?
Well, and I think Carolina, I mean, we'd have
Tony's probably going to get some power play time.
Yeah. I mean, we'd really have to dig into some like secondary stats and stuff, but
sure.
I think Carolina did have one of the top scoring defense units last year.
Really good, man.
Right? And really they added guys like fucking
Orlov is so underrated, man. Like he's so underrated. I think that he's such a
for sure.
Great player. Those top 4 guys, are just solid.
Yeah, yeah. No, I like that. I definitely, if I was you, I would go find another sports book that really undervalues them.
Sure, I was
But
because I was hoping that I was like, oh, everybody's gonna be on fucking, this, that, and the other, but no, the Canes. Uh, according to you've got draft book. Okay, have you pulled it up already?
no.
Don't pull it up then. Don't pull it up. Who's number two? Who's behind the Canes? According to DraftKings.
Who's
Ben.
behind the Canes? Boston lost Bergeron, and people are gonna lose their fucking minds. I'm gonna go with Vegas.
According to DraftKings, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth
Wow.
to win the cup.
Wow.
Carolina's at plus 800. Tied at second are the Toronto Maple Leafs
Fuck.
and the New Jersey Devils. So maybe we aren't necessarily putting too much faith into this.
No, I don't really love this list.
I-
But if you're yeah, but here's the thing with this list, right? Like we like Carolina. I think I'm with you on that. I think Carolina's got a good shot just based on their decor. But there's some other teams down low. I mean, Vegas at 6.
I think DraftKings put Toronto up there so they'll get more Toronto bettors.
Yeah,
we're gonna fucking fleece these motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's no fucking way they're gonna win. Oh shit! Yeah, I don't know, man. That list is a little sketchy. I'm not saying Carolina doesn't deserve to be up there.
I still do like that. I think that
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think
Okay,
Colorado
so
did some good things. So
I'm on another sports book right now. Colorado Avalanche plus 900. Canes plus 900. So tied for first. So okay, everybody has been reading my mind. Shit. Devils and Leafs are right behind him at plus 1100.
Dang.
Edmonton also plus 1100.
Okay.
Vegas plus 1300. Tampa 1400. Boston 1500. Boy, Boston definitely fell without old Bergie. I mean, understandable. 1C Pavel Zacha? I don't like that at all.
That hurts. That means Krejci's gone too, huh?
I would assume so.
Yeah. Damn.
I would assume so. And that's
well, they both signed 1 year, so I mean, maybe Krejci
and if
just
Bergeron's
hasn't
not coming
decided
back
yet. I don't know.
Well, I haven't heard anything on Krejci, but if Bergeron's not coming back, if I'm Krejci, I'm not coming back.
Yeah, they're looking for a 1C right now. I bet you.
Yeah. Yep, I would say so. That probably makes sense. Detroit Red Wings plus 5,500.
Whoa, where are my duckies at?
13,000.
Nice value. That's a good value pick.
A hell of a deal right there.
Yeah, that's a fucking steal.
Mm-hmm.
Throw the house on that one.
Exactly.
What are the Crackies at?
Kraken
2,600. That's my guess.
Plus 5,000.
Okay.
They're up there. I think that's okay. Do I think the Kraken are going to win the cup? No, but I think they're definitely undervalued in this.
Super undervalued.
Definitely undervalued.
Yeah, that's full on. Grubauer's not going to have. Grubauer's going to have the same fucking season.
Yeah.
And I honestly hope for our sake so that we can stop fucking talking about Grubauer being a piece of shit.
Me too.
I hope he has he just get closer to the fucking average line, dude. If you can get closer to the average line, it's gonna be.
That's all we need from him. That's all we need. We just need acceptable goaltending.
What is while we're kind of talking about this, what is an acceptable goals against and save percentage for this man? Just an easy thing that anybody can understand. What should we be seeing on NHL.com next year?
Should I
What would be acceptable?
Should I tailor this answer to Grubauer himself, or should I be basing it off of the league?
Ooh,
because Grubauer, question. I will be happy with over 900. Okay, if he's 902, it's been a good season.
Fuck.
But
they've won
league
5
average,
more games.
League average, what I would like to see from him, I would like to see 910, 915.
That's exactly what I was thinking. 910 would be I have high expectations for him. Right?
Okay.
You've had two poor regular seasons in a row. Right? You're
Hmm.
signed on for 3 more years, 2 more years, something like that.
Yep. Yep.
You got to show me something,
Yep.
right? Or
Yep.
even the Grubauer stands are gonna start losing fucking faith, right? Like you got to show me 9-10. I think.
Oh, they were reinvigorated because of the playoffs. Like, oh,
Well,
the
and
fucking haters.
you know what? Well, yeah, they're fucking dipshits. But
Right.
I think a 9-10 and a oh Jesus, I'll say close to 3, right? So like a 2.85 or a 2.9 or something like that. Say or goals
Okay.
against, right?
Yeah,
Like
I can buy that.
I think that's fair. Like I would be okay with that
Yeah.
because I trust in the offense and that's much better than what he's been.
Sure.
So that's what I'd like to see out of you, Philip. Because him and Yammer are chilling right now, drinking a couple beers, listening to the podcast. So, just
Absolutely.
want to let them both know that that's kind of what I'm thinking out of Philly.
Very excited. We'll go down a rabbit hole with the Kraken. So with Bergeron, we did talk a little bit about with Boston. Great career. Is
God, he's a
he?
fucking stud.
So two questions for you. First, does it sound about right that he only got one cup, or do you think he deserved more?
Um, you can't be picky about having a cup under your belt,
Sure.
right? So you can't be upset about having one.
Okay.
I felt like some of those teams. I mean, everyone's gonna always look at 2023 and say, "What the fuck could have happened?" You know,
How did you blow it to St.
how
Louis?
did
Yeah.
yeah how did you do this? But yeah, so I think you can look at that year and say like maybe he should have
Oh,
had a
you were thinking
cup.
about this year too. Yeah. See, I was thinking about when they went to the Cup against St. Louis, and
Yes, well, St. Louis too, right? I
yeah,
mean,
that too. But
yeah,
yeah,
but I'm saying this year like you can't have that good of a fucking season and then just absolutely shit the pool. So
right.
yeah, I think I mean. Does he deserve more? Yeah, he's a good dude, plays a good two-way game, which he just, not a lot of people put a ton of appreciation towards.
Hmm.
In the generic hockey world, I think a lot of us kind of are fucking smarties and are back end guys. We all like two-way guys, but I think so in that regard, right? Like I think yeah, sure, I think he probably deserved a couple more, but fuck, man, I mean, a great career. Seems like a good dude. He's somebody that I don't think he drinks beer, but like I think if he was just happened to be in a bar for like a fucking I don't know fundraiser or something, and you
Yep.
just walked up to him, you'd be like, yeah, dude, let me get you a beer. Like I don't know.
Yep.
It just seems like a good dude. So
I agree.
yeah, great career. Sure, I would give him a couple more cups, but that's just because I'm a nice guy.
I like that. I
Yeah.
get that, and he definitely had his chances to get more than one cup, and
Sure.
honestly, you can't complain with getting one. So, nothing wrong with that. Question two for you: does Bergeron rank in the top 5 Bruins of all time?
Oh fuck! I got a buddy who is just an absolute diehard Bruins fan and would be a much better person to ask about this. Um,
I would say yes.
I
He's in the
think
top 5 for sure.
top 5. I think yes, just because I mean,
He's not the
fuck, dude.
greatest,
They got
but
like Neely. They got
yeah,
man. They had so many fucking guys. I yeah. I
fucking
mean, I'd have
Bobby
to dig
Orr.
into it. They got Bobby fucking Orr. I, I think just
He's up there.
recency bias.
Sure.
Recency bias for sure, but I mean,
But that leads me
yeah.
in my next question for you is there is serious talk right now of renaming the Selkie after him.
Oh, I'm totally for that.
Okay, so because I was reading like apparently the consensus is the closest competition to him is Pavel Datsuk. And
Yeah, yeah. I
and
would
I
say
and I
Datsuk and Kopitar's been had his name tossed in there a couple times.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
and I
but
would say
yeah,
that you could even make those recency kind of things,
100%.
But I mean, if you go far back enough, you could. But also, those hockey players were significantly worse 30 years ago.
I mean, Bergeron just doesn't really flow off the fucking tongue though.
No.
Even Datsuk fucking flows better than Bergeron.
Well,
The
nobody wants to
Bergeron
put
trophy.
Datsuk's name on anything right now because he turned into a fucking weirdo. But
Oh, is he?
Oh yeah, he went off to like some weird religious cult thing out in
No
Russia.
fucking way.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
he
dude.
got real weird.
Where do I
Um,
see this? Does he have like a fucking Pinterest or something?
no, I don't know. I don't know. I know that he's still coaching in the KHL and he's very happy about it. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
he probably like moonlights as a general out in Ukraine. So
Oh, good for
um,
him.
yeah, good for
He
him.
flies Apaches and shit.
He's got a hobby.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I think that this is. I mean, to Bruins fans, this is arguably an end of an era. With Bergeron retiring, it's going to signal, as much as leadership might not want it. I was even kind of making this argument on Twitter that I don't think management is probably ready for a forced rebuild or a retool. They might try to replace him with whatever they can do. Um, but we'll see. I don't know. I think maybe it's very possible that the retirement of Bergeron kind of signals to the upset of Charlie Coyle and Brad Marchand, this might signal the end of the era.
Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think
Are they going to be competitive next year? Of course. Like I'm not counting them out, but I don't know if this team. I don't know. They're definitely not as that center depth is non-existent.
oh, it's gone. It's absolutely gone. Um, I I think Marchand is 35, right? So Marchand's a player who's probably going to play another
Two,
three,
three more
four, or
years.
5 years, yeah, tops. So, um, I mean, you're really looking at Charlie McAvoy and Pasternak, right?
Yeah.
Those are your guys. So, I mean, but you still have the Hampus Lindholms of the world, right? Like, um, there's still a few options. I think them moving Taylor Hall was like a weird signal, right? That to me is a signal of like, okay, maybe one more kick at the can, maybe two more kicks at the can. Marchand, whenever Marchand is ready to kind of move on,
Hmm.
because Bergeron and Krejci are out of there, that to me is the end of the era, right? I think Marchand deserves a couple more years if he wants to be in Boston. I think he deserves it. He's played pretty fucking good for them. Um, but yeah, I mean, with Pasternak and McAvoy, you have to just kind of make that decision and get really deep into your prospect pool and decide. There was one year too. I've seen this on Twitter a couple times, but there was one year where Boston had like three first round picks, pretty back to back to back, and they fucked them all up. Like they literally, the only guy that they picked who has played any NHL time is DeBrusk. Um, and so, I mean, we'd have to bring in an expert to kind of dig into their prospect pool a little bit, but I think you're looking at probably at least a retool in the next 2 years with the center depth that they have. So,
Agreed. I agree.
yeah, unless they bring somebody in. I mean, it's not that hard to bring people in. Shit. I mean, the amount of times that the Ducks have traded with Boston in the last 3, 4, or 5 years is
Yeah.
pretty fucking intense, and
Yep.
Adam Henrique's not fucking done. So I could see them potentially doing something like that, where they bring
What's
in a
Joe
guy
Thornton up
who's.
to nowadays?
I think Joe Thornton is. He just bought a tactical mask and
Yeah.
a tactical knife
Okay.
from the auction. So
Yeah, he definitely gives off like crazy fucking hoarder
oh yeah,
prepper vibes.
he lives in the fucking woods for sure.
He's
Like
he's got he's got a bunker, absolutely.
yeah, no,
Multiple
definitely.
multiple bunkers.
You think he has more than one bunker?
At least one in every town that he's played in.
That's just smart. That's just smart
Mm-hmm.
business.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. He rents them out as
For
B
him.
and B's.
That's brilliant. You
Joe
you could do so, like people are into that weird shit, dude.
Joe Thornton's B and B bunkers.
I like it. I would stay there, dude.
I would. I'd pay 100.
But you can't leave the entire time. You literally you have to do whatever's in his bunker.
You have
He's got, like,
you have to
cornhole and shit in
pretend
there.
that there was a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, he's got like a fake fucking escape room.
He stands outside and he makes noises.
Eat the fucking beans. Dude, that's an experience. I would pay money to go do that.
Runs out of sound effects. He's like, "Zhong, zhong." Is that a lightsaber?
I'm just imagining him on the fucking. Sorry, I clicked that onto the YouTube.
Okay.
I'm just imagining him with a fucking soundboard, just like right outside the door. You know, just
Yeah.
lightsaber soundbar. That's dedication, though. That's dedication. He'd have to hire some people for all the teams that he's played for to go fucking stay at the bunkers, but.
Well, okay. Look, if you're Boston and you need to make room, all you got to do is take a cue from the Toronto Maple Leafs and just put your goalie on LTIR.
Yeah. If Boston really, sorry, last Boston thing, then we can move on to what you're trying to do. If Boston really wanted to get crazy and keep their window open for a little bit with Pasta, and if DeBrusque is going to stay and McAvoy, you got to move one of the tendies. Got to move one of the tendies. Probably Olmark, because he's got the higher value. Move Olmark. Get a number one center. Get maybe a winger to go with him and a prospect or something. I don't know what you get for Linus Olmark, but yeah,
probably a good return.
Yeah, I mean you get something pretty nice, and something that would at least escalate your window towards when Marchand's ready to fucking go, right? So that's what I would do. There's your armchair GM for the day.
There you go. That's it. Well, I mean, the Toronto Maple Leafs could use a goalie.
Yeah. Matt Murray Matt Murray's getting shot into the fucking sun.
Came out onto the wire. This is how desperate we are for news recently. That or it's, how does this affect fucking Toronto shit?
Yeah, that's important.
Matt Murray was recently not only placed on LTIR, but it was announced that he will be on LTIR for the remainder of the season that has yet to start.
The remainder of his career.
Right.
Yeah. He's getting, honestly, it's, it wouldn't be surprising if they were like, yeah, he's on LTIR, but he's getting moved to the Coyotes.
Fucking Matt, what's his contract? How many years has he signed for?
It's too many.
That's many. Accurate. Yeah. That's not incorrect. Salary, he's getting paid $3.7 million.
That is chump change, dude.
That is too much money for Matt.
That's still too much money, but it's chump change.
That is too much money for him. Yeah, his Wikipedia does not say what his contract is.
That is a fucking third line player on normal teams.
Matt Murray's salary is $8 million. He is signed 4 years at $25 million.
Okay, that's the dumbest Dubas contract. Easy. That's the
4 years at $25 million. So that's not 3. That's 6.2.
No way.
There's no way that's right.
God.
No, 4
million. That can't be right.
That can't be right. There's no way. 4 mil, 6 mil, 7 mil, 8 mil. AAV is $6,250,000.
Wow.
Why?
Dubas fucked up. Dubas just gave Jari less money.
Oh my God! Why would you do that? That's a terrible deal.
I hate Matt Murray even more now.
Oh my God.
I hate Matt Murray because I'm not gonna make. He's gonna make more in 1 year than I'm gonna make in the next fucking
life.
I mean, pretty fucking close, dude. Good God, man. That's asinine.
It is so dumb.
To be shitty. To have, 2 cups under his belt?
He's not. You have to play to be shitty. He's not even playing.
Good God, man. He's going to go start a fucking goalie camp in, Oshkosh or something.
No. Look. Murray's going to use this opportunity to finally open up his Hot Topic franchises.
Hey, Murray. Murray's got a hot wife, though.
Does he?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
His hot wife at Hot Topic?
Yeah, he's got a hot wife.
Okay. That's fair. Hot wife, happy life.
That's right.
Is that right?
That sounds right.
I've heard somebody say that before.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, last thing. I can't believe we didn't even talk about when we were on the Carolina Hurricanes, but Sebastian Aho gets re-signed.
What's the numbers?
Sebastian Aho signs 8-year contract for 9.7.
It's pretty fucking good, dude. He's a pretty underrated player.
The fact that you got him under 10 is pretty good. I mean,
I completely agree.
My initial reaction on this is it's fair. It's not like a steal for either side. I feel like, if you're Aho and you were selfish, you could have went for the even 10. And if you're the Canes, you probably push for 8. But, or 9. But this is, we're arguing about in their terms, dollars and cents.
Mm-hmm. Chump change, pocket money.
Yeah, it's between 9 and 10 is what I would say the Aho's worth, and you get him at 9.7. I think it's a fair contract for both sides.
Completely agree. I think Aho is very. I think he's a center, right? Like they usually play him at center. I think he's better fit for the wing, but that's just the role that he plays. Like I think it's going to be a few years until we see them bring anybody in and push him over to the wing. So yeah. I think he's a center for the first half of that contract and then a winger for the second half. So I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a great contract. Sebastian Aho to me. Sebastian Aho, I swear to God, has the same size fucking stick as Zdeno Chara. I don't know, shit. You watch him fucking play, and it is way too big for him. It's like a fucking lacrosse defenseman stick, if you know.
It's like over his head.
Yeah, it's fucking massive. It's like, dude, what do you like? You grew up with like your dad's fucking stick, and you just kept the fucking kept adding to it as you were getting older.
Right.
It's crazy to watch him, but yeah, I mean he's in the same vein for me as he's close to the Barkov. He's a little more offensive than Barkov, but he's that good two-way player. Just a fucking gamer, dude.
Definitely worth it. God, I feel like he's one of those names that I feel like because it says on here he's only 26. Yeah. God, it feels like he's been with the Canes my entire life.
Well, because
I mean, he technically has, but like, what's that?
I think he came right over. So I think he joined the Canes right after his draft year, or like the year after his draft year. So he's been around for a while.
For 7 years of Carolina. Okay, so he's been with Carolina for 7 years. Okay, so that's like when I said like his whole entire time, I meant like my life. Like I feel like he was with the 2003 Carolina Hurricanes when they won the cup.
Yeah.
He wasn't, but like it just feels like that.
Yeah. Just means life's going very slow for you, Chance.
God, I know. Which not bad. I get an extra. It feels like my life is going longer. So
I mean, mine started to slow down. People are always like, yeah, dude, like, you hit a certain age and things just fucking speed up. Like, dude, I've been 30 for like 2 years now. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So
you have been 30. You're still 30, right?
Yeah, I'm still technically 30. I just turned 30 plus 1.
Okay. But
I call it 30.
Sure. Well, I'm definitely still pretending that I'm not in the 30s. So.
Yeah, that's good. That's when your body starts to fuck you over. So.
Really? Okay. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I can't sneeze anymore without cracking my back like loudly.
Cool.
Like vocally in whatever room I'm in.
I'm on the tail end of bronchitis for like the 3rd week, so.
Dude, that's what Morgan has, bro.
It's I was gonna say rough. It's not terrible. It's just more annoying. Like it just won't go away.
Yeah, stop coughing.
Yeah. I would fucking like to.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It sucks.
But I'm one of those stubborn people that will like. I know I should go to the doctor because like there's a chance that they'll give me meds that'll make this way shorter. But I'm like, I'll just. It'll eventually go away.
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
Yeah, 3 weeks in, I'm like, okay, I need to go to the doc. So I go to the doc. I'm like, this fucking won't go away. And they're like, yeah, you've got bronchitis. You need to take this and it'll go away. I'm like, thanks.
Modern medicine, Chance. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, and like in 3 weeks, it got like 1% better. And then I take meds in like 2 days and it's like 90% better. So weird how that works.
I know. I just walk in with the sniffles now and they're like, here's 18 pills. You're going to be you're gonna be running marathons tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm still fat, dude. Like,
Yeah, those marathon pills. I know about them. It's
yeah,
good
you ever
stuff.
seen those?
I I get targeted ads all the time.
Oh my god, my fucking stepsister growing up, she would take these fish oil pills. You ever seen these fucking fish oil
Yeah,
pills? They're fucking massive.
yeah, they're like horse pills.
Yes, why are they
Yeah,
so fucking big? You need
because
that much
you need
fish
a
oil?
lot of
Just
fish
fucking
oil,
drink
I
it.
guess.
Just drink that though, right? Like just plug your fucking nose, put it in one of the little like cough syrup things,
Mm-hmm.
and just fucking drink it. You don't need to take a pill that can literally block your fucking airways. I don't know
What if
what we're doing.
maybe they sell suppositories?
I mean, they should. It'd be easier to jam it up your BH than it is to fucking chug it down your little throat. Good God, those things are stupid big,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else?
Um, not really, man.
All right. I know
Just
that
kind
we
of
could
doing my
sit here and
thing.
probably talk about the futures of the Kraken for another hour, but probably shouldn't do that. Uh, we'll leave you guys with an hour and a half episode of rambling summer episode.
Hey,
But things to look forward to. So first off, fun interviews that will be coming from the event that we're going to this Saturday. And if you're in the Coeur d'Alene area, make sure you make it out. Awesome, fantastic event that's going to benefit the Community Cancer Fund. That's the Showcase. And the website is showcasegolf.com. Go on there, check it out. $20 to go in and see some of your favorite athletes tear it up on the golf course. And what else to look forward to? Oh, yes. Folks, usually during the summer, so we're on the every other week schedule right now, but we'll start diving into our division previews.
ooh,
Those are always fun because it kind of gives us an opportunity to take a little closer look at teams that we wouldn't normally have time to do.
yeah.
So
I think our summer episodes are pretty fucking sweet.
I
So
agree.
tune
I
in.
agree. And you know what? If you're a new listener, welcome. We're happy you're here. If you have any suggestions on like a fun themed episode for the summer, we are open to that kind of stuff. So let us know. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. A little more active on Twitter than we are on Facebook, but follow us on both. And folks, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And boy, we'll see you. We'll see you in a couple weeks. But what was that? Live long and prosper. That's a Star Trek thing. Hell yeah, I'm all about
Goodbye.
that. All right, bye.
Goodbye to all.